Hello, Zoom. Can you hear me? Zoom people, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
They said yes. Yay. How many we got on there? Racking them up. Hey, hey. How's everybody doing? Y'all good? Stuff in your face? Good. Good food. So let's start off with, first of all, thank you for coming. We got a couple special guests today. We'll get to them, several special guests today. We'll get to them in just a little bit. Any bucket fills or tell me something good. Bucket. Oh, let me say, hold on, I'm coming. What, didn't Mary send one in? Mary sent one in from Aruba. Mary said to Joe Don Baker and Mike McCann for showing up and hosting the agent script practice every morning. So thanks to both of you guys.
I have a bucket fill for Jen Dixon for her teaching and pouring back into the agents for the 6 personal perspectives. The class was amazing. Also for Teresa Brooks for own and being responsive this past week.
Thank you. Thank you. Both are appreciated. Who else? Bucket fills or tell me something good. Somebody do tell me something good. What's going on in your business? Tell me something. This food's good. Anything, something. Somebody say thank you. All right, Teresa, I'm coming to you.
This may not be big to you all, but it's big to me. We've had several complaints filed at the commission this year, but here's the thing. They've closed their files on them, and that is huge for me. When I get that letter that says this is closed, no further investigations, I'm happy.
Way to stay out of real estate jail. Good job. Congrats to everybody. Anybody else? Anybody else? Going once, going twice? All right, what's next? Sunshine Fund raffle. We are still taking money for the Sunshine Fund raffle. Just to reiterate, 1 ticket for $25, 5 tickets for $100. The first prize is a 1-week getaway at Cherry Grove Beach Cottage, valued at $3,500. Second prize, dinner at 584 and a night stay at Best Western, valued at $250. And the third prize is a gift certificate for Simply Massage and Wellness, valued at $150. So those young ladies are back there ready to collect your funds. I participated. I'm hoping to win that beach trip. It'll be good for the fam. Next. Ignitus. Turn over your agenda. I'm going to fly through these really, really fast. So if you look at the back of your agenda, everything that I fly through right here is on the back of your agenda. That good with y'all? Cool. So I can go fast. Ignite's kicking back up in November. It's on the back of there. You can click it. Actually, if you go to your weekly newsletter, do y'all like that weekly newsletter we're doing? Coming out on Fridays? Daniel has embedded, is that the right word? Embedded things in there to where you can actually, if you click Ignite, it'll bring it up and you can register and do all that stuff. So is this the next thing? Website workshop. That's on there too. Keep going. Triangle Agent Summit. Big deal. This Thursday, 1 o'clock. Raise your hand if you are going. Raise your hand if you're going. What is it? The Triangle Agent Summit is the best of the best in Keller Williams. The Triangle OPs have gotten together and they're putting on a Triangle Agent Summit for all of the area. And inside and outside of Keller Williams, you can actually invite agents from other firms if you'd like to. And they are training you. We're doing panels on shift, pricing, marketing, setting expectations, lead gen strategies and models, how to find listings in the current market, so forth and so on. If you're not, we do have agents in our market center that are going to be on these panels. They got asked to be on these panels. Please, please, please make it. We want a huge, huge presence there. We're hoping that we have 100 from each market center show up. So it's going to be huge. Afterwards is an after party. Everybody likes, yes, ma'am. We actually just sent out there wasn't a registration link and now there is a registration link. And we just sent the registration out link yesterday. So I don't know. Robbie's a panelist. Rachel Zamorski's a panelist. Amber Harveas is a panelist. So, hey, come on in. So the training is from 1 to 5. It's free. It's free. The cost, have I missed anything else? The training's from 1 to 5 and the after party is 5:30 to 9. It is the training is in Apex and the after party is in Cary. We beat that dead horse, didn't we?
We might meet an agent there that doesn't do business in Alamance County. It might be a referral.
That is true. Do you want the microphone to say that? Get there and meet a referral partner. Command Con is coming up. And just as a reminder, we are doing watch parties at both training centers. We're doing one here for Command Con and we're doing one in Hillsborough for Command Con. KWYP, that is November 11th. Also has embedded link. Keep going. Business planning, Kent Temple. Can I tell them how much this costs?
So we used to be able.
Hold on. This is so Zoom can hear you too.
So some folks here might remember, we used to be able to get Kent to come here to the Market Center to teach this class for a whole day. We can't do that anymore. He's gotten to be kind of a big deal. He flies all over the country teaching this class now. So our 3 market centers, KW Burlington, Cary, and Raleigh all pitched in to hire Kent to come in and teach this 1-day business planning workshop. So it's not just making a business plan. It really is sales training as well on top of that, but you will leave with a business plan for 2023 when you walk out of this class. When we have this, we typically have people leave and say this was one of the best trainings they've ever been to. Kent's master faculty in our company is the highest level trainer. So really exciting.
And if you on the weekly calendar, that also has an embedded link. You just click that and you can register for your ticket there. It is also free. Thanksgiving, yeah, to you guys. Thanksgiving potluck meeting, Wednesday, November 16th, 12 o'clock, KW Training Center. Sign up sheet will be coming out soon for you can sign up what you want to bring to eat. Keller Williams Book Club. Oh, when is that? You guys decided on the one thing to be the next book. The first one is going to be November 30th is the first one. We'll advertise that a bunch between now and then. Save the date for Christmas party, Friday, December 9th. It's at Chairman's Retreat. Has anybody ever been to Chairman's Retreat? It's beautiful out there. All right, Teresa Brooks. She's going to tell you about some scammers.
Thank you. Our wonderful friend at the North Carolina Real Estate Commission, Tiffany Rawls. I'm glad to say we had her first. But she called me last week to inform me of a new scam that's going on right now. And the commission has gotten wind of it and wants to get it out to all of the agents before it becomes too big. And so you can be on the lookout. So what's happening is that there are out-of-town people posing as owners of land here in North Carolina. So they are actually targeting vacant land, vacant lots, and they are assuming, so to speak, the identity of the owner. They are creating fake IDs. They are creating fake IDs, fake information with the owner's name on it for it to appear like they are actually the owner. Here's what they're doing. They're getting so far into it. So what they'll do is they'll target an agent, they'll target the lot, target the agent, create this fake information and say they're out of town. I'm the owner, but I'm out of state. So they'll get so far as to list the land and actually go under contract with it. They are taking the due diligence fee and running. Okay, so here's what I'm saying, and they've gotten away with it, but now the commission is aware and is letting as many people and as many agents and BICs know about this scam. So here's what you need to do. If you get a call from an out-of-town owner, ask them to meet you there. That's one thing. Will you be in town at any point where I can meet you at the property? So just do a little bit more digging. Here's the thing, it's gotten so far that even Heather McAndrew was made aware. Someone that she knows actually had this happen, but the agent just said something didn't sound right. So as you're getting these phone calls and dealing with sellers and taking these listings, because we know, we're not, listings may be a little down, or we're in this market where listings aren't selling. Yeah. Imagine that, right? After years of this, just be on the lookout for these scammers. Dig, 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 ask questions, ask questions, ask questions. Okay. As I get more information, if I get more information, then I'll let you know. All right. Be on the lookout.
Thank you. Daniel Miller.
On behalf of Mary, who is, sorry.
I was just gonna add another scam.
Yeah.
Your coach.
Go ahead.
So, we all get those great little texts that says I'm from NAR. I can give you a discount on your health insurance. If they are not with NAR, if you all you have to do, they'll go away. Just text back and say, been reported. They will, the text will stop. So just another little scam note on that.
Thank you.
All right, on behalf of Mary, who's in Aruba, she just wanted to make sure that everybody's aware the transmittal, of course, is underway. And then also to sign up for family reunion. Sign up currently you can do through MyKW. There's lots and lots and lots of advertisements whenever you pull that up.
Is anybody already planning on going to family reunion? 2, 3, 4, 6. All right.
On the agent services side of things, the agent roster was just emailed out to everyone. If you did not get a copy of it, or if you find your information is wrong, please email frontdesk832@kw.com to get it corrected. There's still some AOD shifts available in Hillsborough. And a little pro tip that we found out, if you sign up for an AOD shift, or if you book one of the conference rooms, that actually shows up in the calendar, like your calendar in MyKW. Just something interesting there. So another reason to keep checking the MyKW calendar. On my side of things, the November holidays have been updated in design. So if anybody is looking for some marketing material to get out there with some beautiful KW logos, hit that up. And then tomorrow, I'm going to be having a website workshop. It's going to be a general overview of your website and your app. Come check it out, and we'll kind of go from there as far as what the needs are. So whatever direction you guys lead me, we will head that way from tomorrow forward.
Right before we get to them, Matt. Matt is actually, we wanted him to have a little quick couple minute spiel on what he does, who he is. He was actually gracious enough to donate the second place prize for the Sunshine Raffle. And so he wanted to give you his 2 cents. There you go, brother.
Absolutely. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Well, good afternoon, guys. Hope everybody's well. So good to see you. I want to say thank you for your support. I know lots of agents I've worked with in this room extensively in the past, and I thank you for that. Moving forward, I want to say for those that maybe would not work together, my name is Matthew Young. I operate Geico Insurance in Greensboro. So if you have Geico Insurance in any other city, it's not me. Remember, my team and I have a signature service commitment to being available for you and your clients until 10 p.m. 365 days a year. Why is that? Because there are agents in this market center that have called with questions after the fact to find out that the client maybe had wanted to buy the home, but they were concerned maybe about unpermitted additions, so the client didn't move forward. We can help your client avoid pulling out of the contract because of something that is an invisible worry. And I just encourage you guys to consider, like you do with mortgage and maybe home warranty, home inspection, know who your clients are working with, because at the end of the day, when your client is working on an app to ensure their phone, they leave off things like service line coverage. Why is that important? It's important because when the pipe that runs from the road to the home has a pipe burst and your client has to pay $5,000 to fix that, that was something that we could have added to most plans and had that covered. So who your client works with, again, and how they work with makes a difference. And I just encourage you to take an active role. We're seeing an uptick in clients call me and say, hey, Andy told me to call you. I've been turned down 4 or 5 times. And my philosophy is that I want to help your client avoid turbulence rather than essentially deal with that and then find out. I mean, as a real estate agent, I would want my client to be dealing with us up front rather than being turned down 4 or 5 times, because it certainly looks a lot better to at least make that connection early rather than say, well, gosh, client, you've been turned down 4 or 5 times. Here's a name. Because it's kind of like, well, this is what we resort to. And at the end of the day, guys, we are a broker. We shop the market, and I work all over North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. I'm going to do something in Wilmington tomorrow with KW. So definitely headed down there here in a little bit, but definitely want to just be a resource. Know that you have a friend in the industry. Heaven forbid, if it's Thanksgiving Eve and you're showing a home and you have a question, call me. I'm again available till 10 p.m. 7 days a week because it supports you and your businesses. And last but not least, I just want to encourage you guys to consider, a lot of agents have a really good intention, and that is to say, hey, I'm going to refer you. Unfortunately, next time I see Mark at the store, Mark may say, well, did my client call you? And I say, no, not this Mark, maybe. But bottom line is that if you want to be passionate about connecting your clients with any service provider, me, warranty, mortgage included, consider a text introduction. And that way, when your client who's moving from California wants to call me at 7 o'clock tonight, but doesn't know that I'm available, I can ping back and say, hey, I'm here for you. And you'd be surprised how often that happens. So again, thanks for your support. So good to be with you today. And remember, I'm here for you. Thanks so much. Thank you, buddy.
Yeah. All right, Trek. Thank you so much for the lunch. Give them a hand for providing your food.
Oh, gosh, I always
Yes,
don't
I'll
like
take
these. Oh, Glenn, you want to come up here? So yes, I'm Ashley Williams, First American Home Warranty. I'm invited my friend Glenn here. He's with Home Team. We are part of TREC. It's Trad Real Estate Collaborators. If you want to if you're not a member already, you can take a snapshot of that and go straight to the website, the Facebook site, and become a member. So it's a great resource. I know a lot of you are already in there, but I just wanted to take some time to introduce myself, introduce Glenn Tabor. I'm gonna let Glenn talk first.
Okay. How's everybody doing today? My name is Glenn Tabor. I'm operations manager for Home Team Inspection Service of the Triad. Drew right here is our owner, and we are based in Winston-Salem, but we do cover out this far. In fact, my home is less than 10 minutes away from here. Okay, so we do work in the Burlington area. As far as Hillsborough, Hillsborough is starting getting into another territory there, but still, I saw Hillsborough on one of the slides there, so I thought I'd mention that. But at Home Team, we try to be a one-stop shop. Okay, we do everything that you should need for the home inspection. We do WDIRs in-house. We do radon testing in-house. We do sewer scoping and septic inspections in-house, pool inspections as well. So you can call our shop. We will make sure everything gets done. If we can't do it, we have somebody that does. So you won't have to make half a dozen calls to make something happen. One phone call and we can have everybody there, and we do our very best to schedule everything at the same time that we are there. So you're not going to have multiple appointments there and showing time or anything along those lines. It should all be done at the same time. Before I turn it back over to Ashley there, does anybody have any specific questions about home inspections that they're just burning to have answered? Not one. Then you guys aren't reading them. Let's go right ahead. Absolutely. Yes, we do. And actually, I strongly recommend them. I myself can tell the difference between a house that has had a pre-inspection done and a house that doesn't, because the common things that we typically find are already repaired. So yeah, we do pre-inspections. And again, I strongly recommend them. We also, for new inspections, we also count if the original inspection was done with us. Yes. Okay. Yes, we can. And no, they're not. Okay. I mean, we'll be happy to go out there and walk the house with you and provide just a verbal inspection. We would still charge to do that, but then you don't have the paperwork supporting, it's, and the home inspection process is different if you're doing the walk and talk than if you're actually producing the report. Okay. Any other questions? All right. Well, you guys are an easy crowd. All right.
So again, Ashley Williams with First American Home Warranty. You had mentioned earlier that houses are staying on the market now, so that's the truth. And home warranties are becoming a thing again. I should have shared my TikTok because I just did one. Seller's warranties, seller paid warranties are becoming a thing because those houses are staying on the market longer. Buyers are getting a little bit more savvy, making some, repair requests, and it's nice to feel that they have that comfort. Houses aren't just being thrown out there at whatever cost. So you guys, we have a complimentary seller's home warranty. Super important to put on. It can help your sellers protect their budget if something should break during the contract, but also it gives that buyer's protection if they don't want it, guys. Because I know it's still kind of, we're leveling out, but there's still the seller mentality is going on, and that's a big struggle. So if anybody doesn't want it, or even if the buyer doesn't want it, we've got these new flyers that have a waiver on it. The waiver is also on the back of our brochures, but these flyers are good too. These are great to have in your buyer's packets. If your buyer or seller doesn't want a home warranty, this is a good thing to have them sign off on, so you can have a copy of that should something break, because when it does, they're going to come back to the agent. It's the first person they're going to write to. So that is it. Does anybody have any questions about home warranty? How they work anymore, because it's been 2 years. Well, I'm here. You guys have my information. Oh, I tell you what, I've got a great buyer's link. If anybody would like that, it's great to share with your clients. Takes them right to a simple website of ours, which shows the coverages. If you would like that, will you text me your name? And then I'll send that right over to you. Then my number is 336-482-6034. And that's on this flyer as well. All right. Thank you. Yes. Hey, Sandy. Oh.
I'm not a big fan of home warranties other than yours. Because I get clients calling me back and they're mad that they somehow try to get out of a claim and they didn't do this, they didn't do this. Never once in my career have I had a difficult experience, anything less than glowing with your company. It's the only warranty I recommend. So
Yeah.
I thank you for being here.
Thank you. One thing I love about my company is that we do the right thing. I just came back from a regional retreat, and that was the bottom line. And I love that. It's a company that has my back and yours. So thank you, Sandy. Okay.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Know me, right? You know me. Selfie time. We'll just get a real quick one. Okay. Are you guys go, yay?
Yay!
And I want to know how to get one of these. That's heavy. That's like the real.
Hang around. There's people who will fight you for that thing in here. All right. All right, Miss Campbell, you're up. Heritage title. You better get this microphone. Run.
I thought I was at the end. Sorry, guys. Hey, I'm Carla Campbell. I am the agency marketing officer with Heritage Title. I passed out a couple brochures for you guys today. We have a great new pictorial brochure about what is title insurance. I don't know about you, but most clients don't like to read, so the pictures are super helpful to explain. I'm going to put some extras of these up in the market center, so that if you guys want to put these in your buyer packets, I think they're super, super helpful to explain title insurance when you don't understand it yourself. So the other thing I want to talk to you guys about, I'm just being honest. It was very subtle.
October was Cyber Fraud Awareness Month. And so I just wanted, today's the first day after, so I'm here, but we're still going to talk about it because it's uber important. And the reason why I'm bringing it up to you guys is because I'm sure that you don't really think it impacts you that much, but it really does. And here's why. Couple things that I have up here. Wire instructions, y'all probably think they can mostly be trusted if they're received via encrypted email or a fax, but unfortunately, cyber criminals now send them via encrypted email or fax. And so unfortunately, we really need to make sure on every single closing that you're helping your customer out by verifying and confirming the wire instructions and making sure the recipient, intended recipient is getting those. Super important because you don't want somebody to send $400,000 for the purchase of their house to someone else who's a criminal. The second one is, I don't know if you guys have ever talked about this with your insurance brokers, but do you guys think that your E&O covers cyber fraud? It doesn't. So if you haven't had that discussion with your insurance agent about getting that, you really might want to think about that because you want that protection. Last thing is, most people think it's all the same. All cyber fraud insurance is the same. Well, unfortunately, like most things, that's not true either. You need to really talk to your insurance agent about which coverages that you have and don't have, whether you have loss of data and loss of money, because you want to make sure you're covered for both. So most of you guys got the cyber flyer. A few of you might have gotten the wire one, but there's some great myths and other myths in here that you might want to read about and steps to put together an information security plan if you don't have one. And I only bring this up because I don't want you guys to have a great year in real estate and then lose it all because of cyber fraud, or have to pay a claim because your client got hacked because you were using Hotmail like I do for my personal email. But I don't use it for work. So please don't use it for work. It's very important. So thanks for your time today. There's some cupcakes in the back. I hope you guys enjoy them. Good to see you. Thank you.
All righty. So Scott Taylor is officially official. And yeah. And trust me. And I was highly looking forward to the opportunity to announce him. And
It was around Cinco de Mayo that I was here, and now just in time for Thanksgiving.
so he wanted to come in, and Holly, you will meet her as well. Hey, Holly. Holly is Scott's chief of staff over his 5 market centers. So without further ado, Scott Taylor.
Thank you. So I was reminded of something kind of funny. Well, not really funny. So this market center's claim to fame, I don't know if you guys know this, but a few years back, there were these cyber things that started happening where they were spoofing an email and sending it to the closing attorney and getting the closing attorney to wire the proceeds from the closing to some bank account. And it became a big deal. It was in the real estate commission bulletin. It was on the news. Investors Title, our partner with Heritage Title, started traveling around teaching classes about this. Guess where all of that started? Right here at KW Burlington. We were like the first one in the state where somebody stole $85,000. Yeah, these people sold a house and their proceeds were $85,000. And it was, well, I wasn't going to tell them everything, but it was wired to, the money was wired to a brand new bank account in Miami that had just opened. The attorney didn't pick all this up. I had to go to a day-long mediation. Like it was like something out of the movies. Like we were sitting around this huge conference table at a law firm in Greensboro, going back and forth for the whole day about who was going to pay all this stuff. So that all started here. Now we talk about it and we have insurance for it. Anyway, I've got a question for you all. Who was selling real estate full-time? You're always selling real estate. Who was selling real estate full-time as a career in 2008? Raise your hand. Look around the room. Why did I pick 2008? Right? So yeah, what's the market like right now? It's shifting, it's changing. Tim Stratton just reminded me that when I was the team leader here at the team meetings, we'd go over the market data. And he said back then, he said it was burned into his mind. There were 1,100 listings in the MLS back then. 1,100. How many are there today? Right. But watch that number. Watch what'll start happening to that number, right? As it starts to change.
2 months ago with less than 100, so now 130.
Well, and some of what's happening too, you're probably seeing this. Has anybody had a client that's been in your pipeline that you've been working with that was going to list their home and they've changed their mind? Anybody have one taken off the market? Changing. So this is kind of the start of it. We sold. Did this just cut out? Over 6 million homes, or we're on track to do that this year and last year. And so, some people are saying that next year could be less than 4 million. What was it in the bottom of the downturn in the great financial crisis? 0.2 million. So when you think about that, it could get worse than it was then. So what does that mean for you guys, for you all? What if KW had a class about this? So they should come up with a class, don't you think, Robbie?
Yeah.
So we do have a class about this, and it's the Shift one-day workshop. Who's read the book Shift? But dust that off. It really is a book you can use in any market, right? Like there are good tactics and things to use that book for in any market. I'm going to come teach the class. So I'm a KW approved trainer, and I'm going to come teach the class on December 6th, Tuesday, December 6th from 9 to 3:30 in this room. So bring your copy of the Shift book and your desire to thrive in any kind of market. So, I mean, that's the thing to think about. Like, think of your goals. What are your goals? Who's got a goal for how many homes you want to sell next year? Throw a number out. Give me a number. 100 houses. That's an awesome goal. Who else?
Rachel from James says 100.
100. It's an awesome goal. 150. Awesome goal. 100. Awesome goal. My point is, even if Nash at 3.9 million sales, and whatever that might mean for our MLS here, will there be enough sales for all those people to hit their goals next year? Yes. Yes. It's actually a really interesting opportunity when the market shifts, because we can go take market share. If we're doing things that other people are not doing, we can actually go take market share. Keller Williams did really, really well during the great financial crisis for a reason. So Bold started. That's right. Bold. That's right. Bold probably saved some agents from going out of business. Absolutely. It still saves agents from going out of business. That's the truth. That's the truth. What do you guys want to talk about? How long do I have?
It's your world.
It's not. It's not. So one person I would like to introduce is Holly Worsham. Do you want to maybe stand up and wave to everybody? So Holly keeps everything working, basically. So Holly's title is our chief of staff. That was part of what became slow, is at 5 market centers, the franchisor, Keller Williams, gets pretty interested in what's going on at the point when you're operating, 5 franchises with 1,100 agents, and they were probably giving me some extra scrutiny, making sure we had some things set up, which we do. So Holly's email address, if you want to get to me, taylorgroup@kw.com. Holly will just get everything done. Anything you need, if you need me, go to Holly. If you come to me, I make no guarantees. I don't like email, as the people that know me well will attest. So that's the solution there. So I'm really, really excited about everything that we've got going on here, the future here, what we can accomplish together. I love this market center. That's really why I'm here. So I knew that they were going to limit me to 5 franchises, and I was kind of waiting for this, if I'm to be honest. So I love this place. What questions do you guys have? I can see it on your face.
We got to get more training classes.
More training classes. Yes. Will you be here on December 6th?
I will be here.
All right. We'll save a front row seat for you. We'll save a second row seat for you.
No, I'll be right there.
Christy. That's a great question. So I've talked about this before. When I joined Keller Williams Burlington on January, I think it was 14th of 2013, so almost 10 years ago, I really didn't know what Keller Williams was. I had never been part of Keller Williams. It was all new to me. And this market center is what taught me what Keller Williams is. And honestly, it was people like Cindy Dudley. Cindy cares so much about the culture in this company, I think. Cindy really taught me a lot. Like I would come sit in her office and she would teach me how things work and how the ALC works and all this stuff I had to learn, right? It was all new to me. And it was such a special place. And I think it still is. I don't know exactly what's happened, over the last few years. I haven't been here much. And if it needs improvement, I'd like to see it get back to what it was, it was just the most amazing place. Like I can tell you stories about like walking through the market center one day and somebody coming in and being like, I just ran into this family and their furnace went out and they don't have enough money to buy a new furnace. And we just like passed a hat around the market center that day and bought these people a furnace. Like that's the kind of place it was. Or like just a random food drive on a Saturday, like people just collecting cans. It was just it was like a family, and it was like, I don't even really know how to put it all to words. So that's what it is in my mind and what is in my heart. And if it's not that right now, then we'll get it back there together. If it is that way, then we'll keep it that way. I need to spend more time here. No, and I don't live very far. It was kind of fun driving back. I was brought back memories like driving, every morning. Yeah. That's a great question though, Christy. Thanks. What else? Love it. So we were in Bold one time. Pat Mancuso was teaching it. Can I tell you guys a story? Pat Mancuso is like the Bold coach. He's like, well, it was like John Prescott and then like maybe like Pat Mancuso. These are two type A personalities. These are they don't mess around. And Pat Mancuso did his "may I coach you for a moment" thing to Joe. Joe, sit in the room. I was watching this poor man just break out in a sweat. It was so bad. Do you remember what he asked you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway,
I've used that example before too.
it's a good one. It was a good one. You committed to some lead generation, I think. He had to write a check that was to be, cashed if he did not do what he said he was going to do.
To my ex-wife.
The check was to his ex-wife. And he had to give it to Pat, I think, and it had a mailing list. Yeah, it was, yeah. So poor Joe is just like breaking out in a sweat. Like, it's like this poor guy.
That's not a joke. That did happen.
No, it happened.
I literally broke out into a sweat.
It happened. And now look at you, it worked. It worked.
Hell no.
No, he did what he had to do. It had a comma in it too. I mean, it was a big enough check. Like it was a lot of money. It was a few $1,000s. Yeah. Yeah. What would you all, Christy, you asked a great question. What would you like to see here? What would make this place the most amazing place to run your business?
I think we're missing the family.
When do you feel like it left? COVID? When I left, right? I wish.
That's real.
That's kind of true.
It is true. Our family feeling and our family culture left when you left. And now we're gonna get it back. Woo!
I love you guys. So
I think many things went into the changes. I think the changing the building up,
yep.
although we needed it, I think some decisions were on placement messed up the feeling of being in the.
Kind of like, when a family moves out of their 3-bed, 2-bath and into the big house and all of a sudden they start feeling like they're not, remember how crowded it used to be in there? It was just like uncomfortably. there was that workroom and the agents would go sit in the workroom together until Robbie got in there and started making phone calls, and they would all just be like, you'd walk by and it would be packed full of people, and you walk by like an hour later and it's Robbie in there prospecting by himself. He's like, I got the place to myself. Yeah, everybody just like, I can't take it. Yeah. Yeah. I think we have to be a little more purposeful about it at this point, right? Like getting together for classes and events and team meetings. This again, I think we just have to be a little more on purpose with that now. It's changed. And, we have grown a lot. And even though we've expanded, like we're at a point where some of our agents are, having to move out of the market center into their own office spaces, right? So I think that will mean we just have to be purposeful about being together, right? Because it's that, and that's kind of what you're talking about. I noticed it in the other market centers too. It's like when everybody went home, and I think I suspected it so much. I was acting as the team leader in the Raleigh Market Center at the time. And as fast as we could get back in, even like wearing masks and having hand sanitizer and stuff everywhere, we did. And that office I noticed of mine came back to life faster. So as a time thing, I think it was. Yeah. Okay. Right. Yeah, we just have to be, make an effort, block these sales meetings out on your calendar, come come eat a meal together and have some fellowship and fun and get to know people. It's how you get deals done too. Deals get done in this room. Wait until we're in a downturn and things don't can I be really direct with you? You've been able to make a lot of money for the last couple of years as an order taker. Right? If I said, hey, I'm ready to buy a house in Burlington, you'd say, what's your budget? How many square feet? I'll put you on a search. Let me know when you want to make a bid on something. Right? And that's it. And if you won one of the bids, you want a commission check. And what's getting ready to happen? Or what's starting to happen? You have to be brokers again. So we're moving from this speed-based market where the person got paid that was the fastest to a skill-based market. So the person who will get paid is the person who possesses the most skill. They will be the best at marketing. They will be the best at their scripts and dialogues, their objection handlers, their ability to win a listing, to negotiate, things like that. It's moving into a skill-based market, and you'll get deals done in this room. Remember what it was like even 10 years ago, the market had not recovered in Burlington. It had in some cities, but not here yet. I remember that in 2013, it was still 1,100 homes on the market at any one time. And we would get deals done. Home Tour got deals done. Conversations in this room got deals done. So the companies that get back together and are back together, I think are going to win. It was fun. Somebody would bring in donuts and then everybody would go home tour. Yeah. It's a great way to utilize the whole company. Say, hey, I'm going to do a broker tour. Are you okay with that? Why not? Both of the companies I worked at in Colorado both did that. And it was really powerful when I was going for a listing or sometimes for a price reduction. I'd say, hey, I think if we do this price reduction, I can get it on the home tour next week. Yeah. If you want to know something really powerful, wait until, so we'll get into a market where listings sit a little longer, right? So now picture this scenario, because I've seen this happen and it's pretty fun when it happens. So picture a scenario where there are a couple of homes for sale on the same block. One has a Keller Williams sign in front of it. One is some other color. And all these cars pull up and all these agents get out and they go into one of the houses and then they come out and they're making notes and taking pictures and have fun. And they get in their car and they drive away, right? And the person that was home with the other house goes, that was kind of weird. Why aren't those agents looking at my house? So. Right. 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 I haven't looked at the market share here in a while, but we were at 40%, So I mean, that's, doing 4 out of 10 homes are sold here. It's a lot. Mhm. What else? Trust starts with honesty and, yep. Okay.
I think being open and honest, walking around and talking to people like Andy's been,
Mhm.
that's been really helpful because you kind of know where he is.
Yeah, that's good.
Just being a presence in the market center, that was so big, remember, for years before we got here, but everybody, the team leader was beside me, and now it's on the other side of the building.
Mhm.
So it changed the whole dynamic of the building because of the way things switched around. Because you don't have that normal walkthrough like you used to.
Right.
Is that what that's what you were?
Yeah, that's right, that team,
Yeah.
that for where people used to congregate.
Yeah.
It eliminated that.
It is an oddly shaped building a little bit.
I know the reasoning behind why it was done that way.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to take laps.
Front desk probably needs to go back where it used to be.
Yes, amen.
Like if you only take 1 lap a day and it's in the morning, you're not going to see Gary Reniger that day. To take at least 2 laps. One has to be around like 6 o'clock at night. That's what I would always do. So I'd lap in the morning, lap in the middle of the day, and then a lap on my way out. And that's where I was chit chat with Gary for a few minutes. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey Scott, from Zoom, we also have Rachel Z, chiming in with, we're already experiencing more fellowship from Burlington and Hillsborough.
Awesome. That's good. What else?
Will we see you at the team meetings?
I think as regularly as I can be. So some of what's going on in my world, we had this great team leader we had hired in Carrie. She's off to an awesome start. And 2 months in, she was like, I think I miss the flexibility and paychecks of selling. So yeah, it took 2 months. And she's awesome. She stayed with us. She's a great agent. We're happy about that. And so I need to find a new team leader. So until I find a new team leader in Carrie, I'm kind of back there most days. Well, and actually, so who knows what a GPS is? Okay. So a GPS stands for goals, priorities, and strategies, right? Some people call it a 1-3-5, 1 goal, three priorities, 5 strategies for each thing. And so Holly and I have a GPS. And what's number one on our GPS? Yeah, so that we always have a bench and a pipeline of team leader talent and MCA talent and things like that. Just because we need it. They're great opportunities. It was how I got started with this company, and I learned so much being a team leader. Like if I were to go back to sales now, I think I was pretty good. I think I'd be really good now. Just what you learn in that role, like about running a business and everything. So it's an awesome opportunity. But yes, so to answer your question about, I will be here a lot more. I live really close. I'm less than 30 minutes. So that was one of the reasons I turned down a couple of opportunities that were much farther away. Like I said, I was kind of waiting for this, and I'm so close that I do plan to be here, teach, and I just love this place too. I just, yeah. I'll tell you guys what, if you send me somebody that's really amazing that we hire, what would we give somebody? Holly, what's that worth to us? Really great team leader candidate. Really great team leader candidate for Carrie. They're salespeople. They're used to earning a commission. How much? Ooh, all right. I'll tell you what. I'll give you $500 every anniversary, as long as they stay. So we did, and then you'll definitely see me a lot more. My goal for a little while is probably several times a month and come here and teach and stuff like that. And then at some point, probably weekly, be my goal. And so I can eat at that Greek place across the street. Jim, that's right. We've been there. We've been there. And the root. Yeah, I like that place too. I used to wash dishes in that kitchen when I was in college. It was called Sidetrack Grill back then. Yep. That was how I paid for spring break, washing dishes in the back of Sidetrack Grill. That's why to this day, if I walk into a restaurant near closing time, I will be like, are you guys sure you want to seat somebody right now? And if they're like, yeah, come on. I'm like, are you sure? And sometimes they're like, well, and I'm like, okay, I'll go somewhere else. Because the dishwasher was the last one to get out of there. What else?
Thank you for coming back.
Thank you for inviting me back. Yeah, thanks to Heather for this opportunity for partnership. I'm excited about it. Yep.
Thank you for Zoom as well.
Awesome. Is there a camera back there?
There is.
Okay, good. So they can't see my. I was saying they put a new camera in the Raleigh office during COVID, and I walked in, I was looking at myself and I was like, what the? Didn't know. All right. Well, it's great to see you all. I'm excited to be here. I'll be here the rest of the day. Come say hi to me, meet Holly. So Holly is like, she's running the 5 market center operations basically. So yeah, she's really talented. She ran basically, or the chief of staff for a really big charity that feeds hungry children all over the world. And Holly had a staff of 5 admins that she ran for the CEO, basically. So I feel like I just completely lucked out getting into business with Holly, you know? Yeah, I mean, yeah, actually, that was the conversation we had yesterday. We were like, you want to go to the next level? And she's like, then I need to start telling you what to do. And I was like, all right, let's go. What to do and when to do it. Well, anybody, the people that have been here for a while know me. I am not the strongest administratively or the most organized person you've ever met. Like that, I am not. I know one of my strengths is knowing my weaknesses, and so that's where Holly comes in. Yeah. I just like talking to people and consulting, recruiting, teaching. I don't want to do any paperwork or email or anything. No, I just hand her my credit card bill. And I'm like, here. So, all right. Thank you.
All right, real quick. So Scott and Holly have no idea what Kahoot is. So I told them that they could experience it. So I did a quick one. Pull out your phones. Don't get up and leave. Because Robbie's trying to be the first 3-time champ. Oh, and I did this one. We had such raving reviews from last week. This one is also 100% true false. So you got Mike McCann's got a chance again. 50-50 chance instead of 25%. For future reference, if you will just download the app, it's much quicker, but yes, you can go to the website as well. Are you going to do it, Scott? Are you doing it too? Yeah, you need to. Because it is my daily prayer for one of y'all to be caught on that wall with this chain around your neck. Let's go. Let's go. Hurry up. There's a couple tricky ones in here. A couple. Drive the truck off the cliff then.
I was gonna do one of the questions, but I came in, I'm like, I gotta get there.
Listen, the first time we do it, Robbie's like, oh, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Now he's like, he's so locked in. He's like, I gotta win it again. I can't give it up. Hey, Sandy. You feeling good? You look fantastic. Is everybody in? Raise your hand if you're not in yet. Oh, okay. All right, let's rock and roll. Go. They are true, false, every one of them. Why do you hate true, false? You got a 50% chance. All right, here we go. There are 3 types of real estate markets: a buyer's market, balanced market, and seller's market. Tick, 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 tick. Is somebody still trying to figure this one out? Next one. Did you? This is the fun part about true false, is this stays really close. All right, go. True false. Balanced markets occur during the transition and rarely last for long. Somebody's still thinking about it. The answer is wow. Wow. Balanced market, they do occur in the transition and they rarely last for long. Next. Wow, you're not even on the whole sheet anymore, Robbie. Daniel appeared. Lead generation, step 1 in a shift is invest big. False. It's definitely false. Who picked true? Ariana's on fire. True, false. Until you have enough leads to meet or exceed your goals, nothing else matters. This is here, let me help you. It's the biggest true of the day. If you haven't clicked the button yet.
That is not true.
Oh, goodness.
It's not. Nothing else matters. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, okay. Okay, except for my little boys and next. We'll argue later, Sandy. True or false? According to the MREA, the second stage of growth on your path to $1 million is net $1 million. Ooh, tricky. What'd you click, Sandy? If you click false, what is the second? You can't just click, That's correct. Is make $1 million is the second one. You got to make it before you net it. Ooh, all right, Jeff, Ariana, Paul. Next, you can't know what you're really capable of until you try and never give up. Or points if you can tell me which book that's from. Y'all are really reading those books lately. No, one thing. Hey, good job. We all got one right. Yay, give yourself an applause. That's the first one. Great job. Great job. Scott Taylor has a flame. Next. Please let you win that chain. According to the one thing, expertise comes from hours invested. Look, that can't be false, okay? Like that's just a fact, whether you like it or not. All right. Purpose without priority is powerless. Purpose without priority is powerless. Like I almost want to stop and say, whoever, you that pick false, tell me how that is false. Okay, we'll move on. All right, go. Andy's kids from oldest to youngest, Sammy, Levi, Malachi. I told you I was going to sneak one in on you. Oldest to youngest, Sammy, Levi, Malachi. Everybody's going to get it wrong because y'all don't pay attention. Y'all don't care about my life. I've talked about my kids for freaking 6 months and nobody knows my kids. No, it's false. Levi's the oldest. Levi, Sammy, Malachi. All right, that's the only one I snuck in on you. Keep going. Learn my babies. Learn my babies. When a listing agent verbally tells you their sellers have accepted your offer without signing, you are under contract. Do you have a contract? So when the commission says, Teresa, when the commission says agent to agent communication, what do they say about that being under contract? Offer acceptance communication. I am wrong. Go. Well, it doesn't matter. Nobody won. Yeah, y'all got the same amount of points. Congratulations. Scott Taylor was a team leader in the Burlington Market Center. Was Scott Taylor a team leader in the Burlington Market Center? Who said no? Raise your hand if you said no. We just talked about it. He just told you he was. Next. True or false? If you're not registered for Kent Temple's business planning seminar, you should be by the time you leave team meeting. True or false? True or false? Good job. Now, when it's done, you got to do it. All right, a couple more left. Keller Williams Central has 19% of the Alamance MLS market share. It is false. Does anybody know the number? The Alamance MLS. I think it's 28 now. 28. We got to get it back to that 45. Two more. Buyer clients are the high leverage, maximum earning opportunities in our industry. There's always one. There's always one. I feel like Sandy's over there going, watch this. She's going, Daniel, watch, I'm gonna do it again. Okay, I've been wrong twice today. I don't care. All right, go. Next one. Last one. According to Gary Keller, there is never a bad time to buy a home. You want to argue that one? You don't? I'll argue that one. He said it's only a bad time to sell. Top three, here it comes. Emily, congratulations. You win an invitation to come back next team meeting. Daniel Bird, 2. Who won? We'll get, who's the winner? Ariana! Come on, Ariana. Mary was gone. You all got it wrong. You didn't lose points. There's no protesting in here. You have to put it on, turn around, show yourself. Yay. Hey, come take a picture in front of the thing. So second and third, Mary is on vacation. I didn't have time to run out and get yours. Yes, I'll get your Yetis. Actually, text me which Yeti you want. How about that? Second and third. Who was the other one? Daniel Bird, yeah. Over here. Yes, in front of everybody. Say cheese. All right. Hey, thank you guys. Love you. Appreciate it. Thank you, Scott, Holly, for coming in town. See ya.